He complained about everything. Every single day, he had a new reason to feel unlucky. But one night, one small moment hit him so hard that he made a decision. A decision that sounded simple but turned out to be life-changing. He stopped complaining. Not for a day, not for a week. He stopped completely. His name was Ethan. He worked hard, but it never felt like enough. The paycheck disappeared fast, the emails never ended, and every time something went wrong, he had the same thought. Why is life always doing this to me? He complained in the car on his way to work. He complained between meetings. And slowly, the people around him stopped reacting. One evening, Ethan came home late. My boss doesn't respect me. This job is a trap. Nothing ever works out for me. His little daughter Mia, who was about 9, looked up from her homework on the couch. She was quiet for a moment, then said, "Dad, when you talk like that, it feels like the house gets smaller." Ethan laughed nervously. "What do you mean?" Mia just shrugged, with all the honest innocence of a child. "Like there's no air." Ethan's smile faded. His wife didn't argue or lecture him. She just said one sentence. Soft, tired, and true. "You don't come home to rest, Ethan. You come home to release." That night, Ethan lay awake, staring at the ceiling. For the first time, he understood something painful. He wasn't sharing his struggles. He was spreading them. The next morning, Ethan tried something different. He wrote one line on a sticky note and put it on his bathroom mirror. No complaining. Only solutions. Day 1 felt impossible. The coffee machine broke. Traffic was terrible. Instead of cursing the other drivers, he turned on an audiobook at work. A coworker pushed his deadlines again. The old Ethan would have grumbled, "Nobody respects my time. If you need it sooner, I'll need help or we'll have to adjust the scope." And something strange began to happen. When he stopped complaining, he suddenly had more energy. He realized complaining was expensive. It stole his focus, it stole his peace, and worst of all, it stole his power. So Ethan started to use that energy differently. He started waking up 20 minutes earlier for quiet mornings with no rushing. He started tracking his spending instead of just cursing his bills. He started taking a walk after dinner instead of sinking into the couch with frustration. Life didn't become perfect, but Ethan became stable, and stability is its own kind of strength. Then the real test arrived. At work, Ethan led a project that took weeks of late nights and extra effort. He executed it cleanly. Ethan felt that familiar heat rush to his face. His old self would have exploded, texted a friend to rant, and poisoned the whole evening at home. Instead, he walked into the restroom and looked at himself in the mirror. He whispered, "If I complain, I stay the same. If I stay calm, I grow." He went back to his desk. He didn't insult anyone. He didn't beg for credit. He simply documented his work, sent a clear email outlining his contributions, and requested a short meeting. Facts.com. 2 days later, his manager called him in. "Ethan," he said, "I reviewed what happened. You handled it with complete professionalism. Next month, I want you leading the new project." Ethan left quietly, not grinning in triumph, but wearing the calm smile of someone who knew who he was again. That evening, when he came home, Mia looked at him, curious. "Dad," she said, "you haven't complained in a while." Ethan sat down next to her and said softly, "I realized something. Complaining feels like you're in control, but it's actually surrender." He looked around the room, and for the first time in a long, long time, the house felt big. It felt light. It felt like there was air. Silence is not weakness. Sometimes, silence is discipline. It's the emotional strength you build in private, because the person who stops complaining doesn't lose their voice. Thanks for watching.